Hi, welcome to Diamonds and Crochet. My name is Erica. Today I'm going to be working on Gnome for the Holidays by Marjorie Sarnat from Diamond Art Club. I'm going to be using the pen I got for Christmas from Shimmering Canvases, a small shop on Etsy. In my single placer, also from a small shop on Etsy, by O Snap Crafters Cafe. They're O Snap dots in the scent Jelly Bean. In my single placer, I hope I said single placer. I don't know if I said single placer or multi-placer, but in my multi-placer from the Creativity Squirrel, also a small shop on Etsy, in the scent Butterflies and Pixie Dust. They're scented Art Petty. And I like using from Yellow Dog Designs, also on Etsy, their two-tone tray that I got for Christmas. I enjoy using this one with this kit because they kind of color match. I've got two now. I've got this one and a pink one. I like them. I love the white bottom. It's been a long week, you guys. I've had my coffee, but I'm going to try and finish this section with you guys. The week went quickly, but I'm tired. Last weekend I went and had brunch with a friend, which was really nice. She and I think really needed to get together and just talk about life and stuff. She has two teenage daughters. They're twins. They're seniors in high school. And it's like, how did they get to be seniors in high school already? How did that happen? But my dog is scheduled to get groomed on Friday, which she's overdue for. I know I've already mentioned that. But it's near where my friend lives, so she's gonna try and meet me. And her daughters want to come too, I guess, to see Hannah. My dog's name is Hannah. So that'll be nice. It will be nice. It'll take a couple hours, so maybe we can do something. I've been trying to brush Hannah myself some because it's been a while since she's gotten groomed. She did hurt her foot back at the end of October, the beginning of November. And our previous groomer, it's not a break. We took her to the vet's, the nearest emergency vet is about an hour away, so she was at the vet's like an hour and 5 minutes after it happened. I didn't wait. I immediately took her because I thought it was a break. It wasn't. So, but the healing process for a tendon or ligament pull is very long. So it's been a while. And she's still limping, but she's also running and jumping and not acting like it bothers her too much. So I'm gonna try to clean her feet myself. In the grooming world, shaving the face and the feet on standard poodles is called cleaning. So basically I'm going to try and shave her feet myself, clean her feet myself. I used to groom her. I groomed her the first 2 years of her life. So I'm confident in my abilities to do it. Grooming's really not hard. It's just time consuming more than anything. But I've been spending a lot of time the past week brushing her to keep her brushed because her hair is getting long now. I don't want to send her to the groomers, matted up, like a matted up fur dog. But with her hair long, it does take extra time every day where you have to brush it. Normally, I take her to the groomers every 6 weeks or so, and like her hair's fine. You don't really have to do too much with it. There's not a whole lot of maintenance or upkeep. I see a couple of drills I missed from previous colors. That's what that pause was. Trying to find them. There's a K too from a previous symbol. Oops. There we go. You know, I don't want the groomer to be like, oh my God, like I'm gonna have to shave her. Which in the summer she wouldn't mind, but in the winter she might get cold. So that's on my mind. She's desperately needing a groom, so I can't wait for her to get groomed. Tuesday is my boyfriend's birthday, and I work next weekend, something that I think is escaping him because I texted him yesterday if we were doing his birthday, and he didn't respond. So I texted him back, you know, I'm interpreting from your lack of response that we are not celebrating your birthday. And he responded to that with okay. So I don't think he's thinking or remembering that I work next weekend. So I think all he's really concerned about is I don't think his daughter has a gift for him yet, and I think it's stressing her out. And so he wants her to be ready for it, and I don't think he's thinking about the fact that I'm working next weekend. So I'm gonna bring his gifts, but I won't tell him that I have. Until we discuss it. Maybe we'll get together on his actual birthday and I'll give him his gifts then. But I would like to make him something. In my area, we have a treat that's called a whoopie pie, and it's basically like 2 chocolate cake cookies with a creamy frosting in between. The idea is kind of like a very soft, chewy, cakey Oreo, like 2 chocolate cake cookies, except like they're so much better than an Oreo. If you're ever in the northern New England area, you definitely need to try a whoopie pie, and homemade is homemade is always best. But anyways, so last year his daughter and I made him some whoopie pies because he likes them. And, you know, she and I had a lot of fun doing that, baking together. So I would like to, and he had a lot of fun eating them. So I would like to do that again. Because she had fun too. I don't know how much she does at her mom's house, but she doesn't do too much in the kitchen at Dad's house. And one time, we all kind of cooked together, and it was really fun. I know I enjoyed it. I know she did too. And I told him that I think that was the most fun we've had together. But we haven't done it since. And I think she would like to cook more. She's 9, for reference. I think that's old enough to start having interest in cooking. She's also a very picky eater, and I think playing around with food would help her with that as well. He does all the cooking at his place. And I think for him, it's just faster if he does it by himself. So that's why he kind of always just does it by himself. But I think if there was a day where there was time, I think she'd really enjoy cooking, helping out cooking. Because every time I've seen her in the kitchen helping, she has fun. She enjoys it. I know that on Sunday she has a gymnastics competition. Fortunately, it's not out of the state this time, but it is a couple hours drive. I don't know why we have to travel so far. She has fun doing it though. So, I mean, I guess as long as she's having fun, it's worth it. She does have, naturally, she has an event she likes, and she has an event she doesn't. And the matches go, or the meets go a lot better when she starts with the event she likes versus starting with the event she doesn't. But I think that's normal. Like I said, the last one she had, she did good. She had a lot of fun. I think I talked about it the last WIP in chat. She didn't place, but she had fun. And that's what it's about. You know, if you're not having fun doing it, you know, let's find something else that you do have fun doing. She also does dance at her local dance studio. And she was having fun showing me her dance routines last time I was there. She knows that I did dance when I was younger, so I did tap for 11 years, I think. Tap and jazz were my favorites. Her dad wants her to stay in ballet, even though I don't think she has as much interest in it. He says it will help her with gymnastics. Which, I mean, he's not wrong, but at the same time, I think, you know, what's her interest? That should matter too. I mean, for now, she's happy. I just don't ever want her to feel like she has to do something she doesn't want to do. But she hasn't really made any indication that she doesn't, at least not to me. So it's just he'll tell her, you know, if you want to drop tap, that's fine, but ballet will help you with your gymnastics. Like, he says stuff like that to her. And I can't help but think to myself, what if ballet is what she wants to drop? But part of that might just be me internalizing things because I didn't like ballet. I liked tap. And I recognize that too. But I have a feeling they're going to want to go shopping today, because I have a feeling she's going to want to get her dad a birthday gift. And I'm not really feeling like going shopping. But I also know if I don't go with them, if that is the plan, if I don't go, she'll feel bad. More than him, she'll feel bad. She'll want me there. I've just had a really long week, and I don't really have any ambition to do anything over the weekend. My grandparents are doing good. I know I talk about them. My grandmother is supposed to not eat salt, or she's supposed to be low salt. She's also supposed to be elevating her legs. She's getting fluid buildup in her legs. She's not. She's eating all the salt she wants, and she's not elevating her legs. She's supposed to have her socks on, her compression socks at all times. She takes them off when she feels like it. You know, and then wonders why her legs are swollen. And you can't make someone do things. You can only educate. But it is frustrating that she wants to take a magic pill and have her health be fine without doing any behavioral changes to help herself. That's the battle we're kind of facing right now. I say we, my brother, his wife, and I. My grandpa's the same. He's the same type of, you know, I want to be fixed, but doesn't want to make any effort. He has a stint. I don't know how many years ago it was. 7 years ago now, maybe. He had a heart attack. Not a very big one, but he did have one, and he got a stint put in. And I think it was last summer or the summer before, he's had issues with his heart. He definitely has heart issues. But if you ask him, he'll tell you he's fine. He has no heart problems. He doesn't consider himself to have any heart problems. He broke his ankle a couple years ago. It's been a couple years now. And the doctor asked him if he had any heart problems, and he said no. And thank goodness my brother was with him, because my brother said, "You have a stint." And my brother said the surgeon's eyes got huge upon hearing that. And it also made my brother very aware that Grandpa does not understand where he's at health-wise. But I already knew that. You know, I would remind him that he had a heart attack, and he would always say to me, "That's what you say. That's what you tell me." So It's just hard because they want to be fine. Naturally, they want to be okay. They don't want to feel unwell. But they also don't want to, like, do things to improve their health. Like, it doesn't even have to be big things. You know, if you want to eat bacon, try the lower sodium bacon, but they don't want to do that. They want the regular bacon. You know, that kind of thing. So that's the battle there. And I'm so glad I have my brother and his wife, because his wife takes my grandmother to all of her appointments. And she's a very strong advocate, naturally as well. So she makes sure. That drill just went flying, you guys. I have no clue where that went, but she makes sure my grandma, her needs are heard loud and clear. But that's the grandparent update. My grandma called me yesterday after we dropped off supper. My grandma called me. So I had a conversation with her. And there, guys. That section's done. That didn't take me as long as I thought it would. For some reason, I thought that would be longer, but that section's done. I'm going to show you, if I can, the bird in the tree, because that's really pretty. Let's see if I can. I think that's pretty. I love how that's coming out. And there's the Mr. Gnome's nose there. It's a really pretty. Like I say, every time I sit down to work on it, I'm like, I need to work on this more. Lately, my crafting time has been wanting to crochet. And so when I sit down to diamond paint, it's kind of like, oh, I should diamond paint. Then I sit down and do it and I enjoy myself and I'm like, oh, why am I not doing this more? And it's ultimately just because I've been choosing to crochet, but I do that. That's normal. For me, I'll have periods where I'll much more be interested in crocheting, and then I'll have periods like I did back in October through December where I'm much more naturally inclined to want to diamond paint. Right now I'm kind of in a I want to crochet mood, but when I sit down and diamond paint, I enjoy it. So I still enjoy it. It's just my preference right now is crochet. But that's normal for me to do that, to pull back and forth between the two. As long as I still enjoy doing them while I'm doing them, then I'll continue. But this is a really pretty kit. I'm enjoying it, and I will work on it until it's done. It doesn't necessarily, I think it's because the colors aren't just blatantly red and green. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's a Christmas kit. Like, it doesn't feel necessarily like I'm working on it out of season. So and it's beautiful and I love it, and I do want it for next year to hang up for Christmas, so I'll get it done. I will. Each section I get done, I'm like, oh, I need to work on this again. And hopefully in not too long of time, I'll be wanting to diamond paint more, and I'll get more of it done each week, and hopefully I have more free time. My life's kind of been a little bit busy lately, which happens. It ebbs and flows when you're a caregiver, so. I'm just lucky. I'm one of the ones that I have good support. So there. Thank you for joining me, especially if you made it all the way to the end. I appreciate it. I mean, it really does mean a lot to me. I love doing these videos and coming on here and talking with you guys. I miss it when I am unable to do it, so when I say I appreciate you, I really truly mean it. And I hope you have a great week. This was a little bit of a short one, but that's all right. I'll see you next time. Bye.